thanks for the support as a channel member, Rob Pontin. No, I've got absolutely no idea why we're playing in the FA Cup first round on the 21st of December either. No, yeah, if we win, presumably we've now got to squeeze in the second round over Christmas so we can play the third round next week. I mean, it's not likely to happen, but this is some messed up scheduling. Yeah. Hello and welcome to part 18 of Homegrown. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have that FA Cup first round tie at home against Bolton. And then if we win it, we might have a second round tie. But presumably we're going to lose it and then go and play Spennymoor because Bolton are in the Football League. Although, I mean, that being said, they're 24th in League Two. If there's ever going to be an opportunity to beat a team like Bolton at this stage of the save, it's going to be when they're in just miserable form. And since you were last with me, we've been in some pretty nice form. We did take a 10 penalty shootout to get past Fylde in the FA Trophy third round, but league form has been pretty good. We are top of the National League North, only just. Hereford are 2 points behind us with a game in hand, so they could go back top above us if they win that game in hand. And we're certainly not steamrolling the division as we have done previously. And there's a little bit of transfer business going on as well. We've lost a couple of players that we brought in. In fact, only one has actually... Oh, no, Thierry Small has gone without ever really playing. He's someone we brought in to play left back. We never played him because we signed Rodriguez instead. And he's gone. Reece Bennett has also gone to play for Ebbsfleet because, again, he didn't really play. So he's moved on. This is going to be the danger of bringing in the young players in the quantity that we do. The ones that don't make it straight into the first team maybe aren't going to want to stick around. So we're probably going to be looking to bring in another batch of young players in January if we can. I mean, we're not in a transfer window ourselves, but I'd just be doing trials all the time if I didn't restrict myself a little bit. And we're playing well at the moment, but I do expect Slam Dunk to leave in the imminent future as soon as the transfer window opens. He is unhappy, wants to move to a bigger club. He's not willing to discuss a new contract. He's out of contract at the end of the season, so I expect him to go fairly early in the upcoming transfer window. But we're not going to worry about that today. What we're going to worry about today is the FA Cup. And this is the team that we're putting out there for the game against Bolton. We've got Wright in goal, a back four of Campbell, Davis, Muir or Muir. I've been told it should be Muir. Is it? I don't know. Eli Campbell, by the way, is another one that we brought in and has not played for us yet, but we are a little bit limited on left backs at the moment. Rodriguez is suspended, so Campbell's going to come in and make his debut in a big game, and Shea Charles is playing right back for us. We've got Slam Dunk, Curry, Hamilton and Camara in midfield, then Pritchard and Whittaker up front, which I'm enjoying this partnership at the moment. It's a proper big man, quick man combo, and I think it does work quite nicely. Beerif is still getting plenty of game time though. When we looked at the schedule a minute ago, you'll have seen that we've had some absolutely insane fixture scheduling over the last 6 weeks or so, this included. So we've had games 2 days apart. We've had multiple games a week, pretty much every week since the last episode. So we're doing a lot of rotation. So the likes of Nathan Curry not playing every game. We've probably had a different strike partnership every game for about the last 6 or 8 games. So yeah, we're trying lots of different things. Fullbacks are changing constantly. But I think we've got a decent core of maybe 18 to 20 players that are pretty good quality, probably good enough to get us promoted from this division. But obviously the plan then is to make sure that the next generation is ready to come through, so we don't have what I'm going to describe as the Reece Bennett problem, who was right on the cusp. If Davis leaves in January, which I hope he doesn't, but if Davis were to leave, Bennett would have been next in line to move into that first team spot, and our next in line is now gone because I wasn't using him enough, and I hadn't given him a permanent contract. He was still on a non-contract, so maybe there's a lesson to learn there. It's 0-0 at halftime. We've played pretty well. We've not had a shot on target yet. Bolton are ahead for XG as well, but they're 2 divisions above us. Things are going quite well. I'm a little disappointed to see that we've not packed out Steel Park here. Bolton do seem to have filled the away end, which, I mean, fair play to the Bolton fans. They're away from home against a non-league side who've got a pretty good chance of beating them when they're having a miserable season, and they've still sold out their away allocation. That's a proper... I was going to say they had, but Maybe they haven't. It looked full when we'd panned out a little bit. There's actually only about 11 people in there. Maybe it was the other end that looked full. Maybe it's us. Maybe we've sold out our end. Too many nice things said about Bolton there. Let's now score against them to balance it out. Perhaps that's how it works. That would be quite fair. Wright makes the save to tip it around the post, and Bolton now have a corner, and Wright is there again to just pluck it out of the sky. And I would be looking to get a counter-attack going there. He didn't seem as interested in it as I maybe would have been. And Bolton really are controlling this game, and we are struggling to assert ourselves on it. Let's encourage the team. I mean, that's the end that's full. Is that us or is that them? I can't work out who's down there. There's green shirts and white shirts in there. Are we doing no segregation? Campbell. Big ball forward. It's the good old home lump, and Whittaker is in, and Whittaker scores. It's a 4th goal of the season. That is definitely Bolton fans in there because they don't look very happy. And that fella's wearing a Bolton shirt. So they have packed out their away end. And we've just scored a lovely goal in front of it. And that is one of the reasons why Terrell Whittaker is in the side, because look at the pace he pulls away from that defender with there. As much as I love Beeriff and Pritchard, neither of them can do that. But Whittaker can, and it's just got us a goal against the run of play. Charles now with the throw, and it ends up with Hamilton, who finds Camera with the cross, and it can't make it to, I think that's Slam Dunk lurking at the far post, and Curry plays it out to Campbell, who plays Dunk in on the left-hand side, and there's Danny Pritchard for a typical Danny Pritchard goal to put us 2-0 up. And I mentioned I like this strike combo, and you've seen what each of them do well there. In the space of about 3 minutes of game time, we've had a ball over the top for the quick guy to chase and a cross for the big guy to nod in, and we've turned the game on its head. It's 2-0 to home, and I think we are 1 foot in the second round of the FA Cup. Slam Dunk's injured. This might be the way Slam Dunk stays at the club if he's going to be injured throughout January. I'm going to put Hamilton out onto the left-hand side and bring on Bandera. Even though my assistant manager is screaming at me to get Eiffel on, I just think Hamilton's a better winger than Eiffel, and Bandera is a better player than either of them. It looks like Davies is shattered again. Harrison Davies is always tired. I do worry a little bit. I might have broken him by playing him pretty much week in, week out since he was just turned 16, and now he just can't get fit. He's the one player who I don't ever rotate out of the side. I say he can't get fit. I'm never giving him the opportunity to get fit, and I am just running him into the ground, and I just hope he doesn't get injured. Campbell with the throw, and it's going to end up with Bandera back with Campbell. We need to do some substitutions after this highlight. In fact, let's get in there. We are going to take Davies off because once again he is a broken man. We've got Cisse who can come on, and we've got Charles who's a centre back who was playing out at right back who can move over. And now we are going to take off Nathan Curry. We are going to bring Eiffel on now. Hamilton had about 2 minutes playing out on the left hand side. Or going back into his usual box-to-box spot. Bandera can be the ball-winning midfielder, and Marcus Eiffel can come on and play on the left wing for the final 15 minutes of this game. I'm going to drop some praise in a second. I always forget to do it, but we're playing very well, and we're beating a side who are 2 divisions above us. They definitely deserve a pat on the head, and maybe even a post-match cookie. We could get one of those, get a selection box of cookies from Subway, where they do the 15 cookies. Can't you tell I'm recording this in the morning and I've not had my breakfast yet, and I'm now thinking of Subway cookies. Subway cookies are good. Do I want a Subway cookie? I'm not going to get Subway cookies. You have to spend £15 at Subway to get them to deliver. That's 2 subs and cookies. Nobody needs that for breakfast. But that's what I could treat the boys to after this game. Get a couple of subs and some cookies. They can share it all. Little slither of sub each, a cookie each. Well done, boys. You beat Bolton. Let's share a £15 Subway. Problem solved. What's happening here? Why is there so many highlights still going on? We have got better and better as the game has gone on. But all the same, it is a little bit odd that there's still so many highlights. Whittaker's in, and he's offside there. Can we just scooch through to the full-time whistle now? Highlight man / referee. We don't really need to see all these not goals. If we're going to score more goals, we'll obviously take a highlight. But these highlights that aren't really leading to anything, we don't need these. There's no tension in this game. It's already won. Pritchard with the header over. That's probably the cue for Bolton to get back into this game. I'm getting too big for my boots. We've just pulled ahead for XG. We've been behind on XG all game. We've now taken the XG lead as well, which is, I mean, arguably as important as scoring the goals. That is a thing of beauty. We'd seen our two strikers doing what they do well in isolation, and there you've seen them combine brilliantly. The ball forward, the flick on from Pritchard perfectly into the path of Whittaker, who's just floated it over the top of the goalkeeper, and that is a very good all-round goal and a beautiful finish from Terrell Whittaker, who after an entire season in exile having to play on the right wing is loving the opportunity to play up front for us, and he's really starting to put in some decent performances, and there's a good example of one right there. Right, what is happening in this FA Cup run now? Slam Dunk is going to be injured for the entire January transfer window. That is interesting, because that might just lead us to being able to keep him until the end of the season. And we've got 18 grand for winning that game. We now play Wycombe. We play Wycombe on New Year's Eve. Hideous. I'll play the Spennymoor game off camera. We'll go straight into the Wycombe game now. And then potentially into the third round tomorrow. Who knows? Well, we made hard work of that draw with Spennymoor with a late equaliser from Whittaker. Leaves the league table looking like this. Interestingly, Kidderminster's badge looks a bit like a lobster from that kind of range. Also, our big rivals Chester are up there in the promotion push as well, who incidentally did beat us in our only defeat since the last episode. So I was going to show you that one. Glad I didn't now, because it wasn't a lot of fun. Wycombe are 7th in League One. This is going to be a very different proposition to the game against Bolton. I just hope there's a big crowd turn up. Do Wycombe get big crowds? But you know, FA Cup profit share and all that. We've got 27 grand in the bank now, which has all come from the game against Bolton. We'd have actually been in the red if it hadn't been for the Bolton tie. Let's hope we can stick a few quid in the bank as part of what presumably is about to be an FA Cup second round defeat. So we're going with Wright in goal. A back four of Rodriguez, Davies, Charles and Cisse. Hamilton, Davey, Bandera and Camera in midfield. Pritchard and Beerith reuniting again up front. Nathan Curry is injured. Very sad to miss out on the game. Muir is injured as well, as is, of course, Slam Dunk. So a few of those changes forced upon me. But Teddy Davey playing his first game for a little while. He's not match fit. And hopefully that doesn't end up costing us in midfield. I mean, we're playing against a team 3 divisions above us, so we're in a promotion push. This can't end badly, surely. There's not many people here, is there? I'm seeing a lot of empty seats. So much for the payday we were hoping for. We're going to have to go and win the game now. Utterly unacceptable. I don't recognise any of the... I was going to say I don't recognise any of the names in the Wycombe side. Then I noticed Fraser Blake Tracy knocking around at left back, Peterborough United left back. You'll know him from the non-league to legend save when we got to Peterborough. We played him for our first season there. If you're not watching that save yet, my word, I don't know how to help you at this point. If you're not watching that, I don't think anything can be done. Camera with the cross from deep was looking for Pritchard, who was lurking at that far post but couldn't quite get there quickly enough. And Wycombe get the ball rolling again with a big kick forward to their centre forward, who has nodded it out to the wing and then got it back again. And I mean, it's some good defending from, I think Davis has come across to cover very well there. And this is going to be one of those games that's quite the test to see if Harrison Davies is as good as we are told that he is. I know the good old Mark Wearmouth is regularly telling me that Harrison Davies is a championship quality centre-back. We always take it with a pinch of salt because, quite frankly, Mark Wearmouth wasn't a championship quality defender. I don't know that he'd know one if it bit him in the eye. So I do take it with a pinch of salt, but playing against decent League One opposition is going to be a good opportunity to see just how good Harrison Davies is. The problem is, if he plays really, really well, it puts him in the shop window and a transfer window that opens tomorrow, which we don't really want to do. I perhaps shouldn't have played him. Hamilton's done very well there to come away with the ball, and he's trying to get the crossover but couldn't beat the right back, and now Wycombe coming away with it again. But Teddy Davey, there was fitness concerns about him, but that's a lovely challenge from him in midfield. Sets up the counter-attack. Beereth, I think, has strayed offside, which is why it's not going to lead to the corner. A corner around about now would be handy. Danny Pritchard, he's 6'5", regardless of the quality of the opponents. And that's going to stand in his favour. He's got a counter-attack here where he's running with the ball. He's played it into the path of Beereth. Beereth's in, and we've scored. It's Wycombe 0, Holme 1 just before half-time. And this is a bit of a fairy tale cup run in the offing here. Because that is, it's against the run of play. It's a little bit unexpected. Wycombe have committed too many men forward. And Beereth, who's, like I say, he's had a little spell where he's been rotating in and out of the side, really to try and protect his fitness levels, has just come good again and grabbed his 14th goal of the season, completely against the run of play. And sometimes that's just how we like it. I don't know what to do from here. We're still on an attacking instruction away from home. My instinct is drop back, but I know we'll lose if we do. So I guess we just keep doing what we're doing. Hamilton is spent. We can bring Eiffel on for him on that left-hand side. How are we doing fitness levels everywhere else? Teddy Davey seems to be doing fine, but Camera is a broken man, so Whittaker can come on for him. Mix up the two wingers, get a little bit of fresh energy and pace out wide to get into the two big men in the middle, who are going to be very good in the air, and showing it again there. Beereth with the header that goes just a little bit too high and a little bit too wide. But Cisse is now crossing from deep. Eiffel's the one coming in to try and meet that. Not really the man we want to be in an aerial battle. And Wycombe are now trying to give us a taste of our own medicine by hitting us on a counter-attack of their own. But there was no one supporting the one guy who was counter-attacking, and he's just played it into the arms of Wright in our goal. And we've got 10 minutes remaining. Next substitution, crucial. Harrison Davies is shattered again. I just don't think we can justify taking him off. I'm not going to make a change. We're going to leave him on. If he gets injured because he's so tired, we can bring someone on for him then. But his quality is such that I don't want to be without him for these last few minutes when we're defending valiantly to try and get him to the FA Cup third round for the first time in our history, and also set up tomorrow's episode really rather nicely. Beereth loses out in another physical battle with that defender, and Wycombe are on the attack again, and someone needs to step in and make a challenge here. Anybody? Can we stop them from having the ball, please? Eiffel's the one who wins the ball back. Not the man I would have expected to do it, but he got the job done. And Danny Pritchard flying down the left wing, plays it into the path of Bandera. Beereth's in the middle. Eiffel's charging into the area. Marcus Eiffel has just scored his first ever goal for home to put us 2-0 up in the 85th minute away against League One opposition. And that is it's lovely stuff. It really is. Lovely stuff. I know this is going to lead to more calls of Football Manager 21's too easy. I still urge you, go and check some of the VODs from my FC Isle of Man. Rest in peace, FC Isle of Man. The FC Isle of Man save that I did on Twitch, that certainly at no point was easy. We even got relegated in that save before having to abandon it. And at the time of recording, I don't know what I did to replace it. So who knows? Shouldn't really be talking about it. It's making me sad remembering 5 seasons, even though it had a relegation in there, 5 seasons and had to abandon the save. Very sad times. Right, Wycombe have got a goal back here. And we are in the 93rd minute, though. So hopefully we can hold on for one more minute. And we have. We are in the third round of the FA Cup, boys and girls. I don't know when the draw is. It could have already happened for all I know. So we get money. Lots of money, hopefully. We've made about 60 grand there, which is nice. When's the third round draw? It doesn't even say. Has it happened? Who are we playing in the third round of the FA Cup? I need to know. The draw is normally on the Sunday or the Monday, isn't it? It's whether or not we play. It happens before the Hereford game. Otherwise, it might just have to be a surprise who we're playing in the third round tomorrow. I'm going to keep pressing continue until we either get to the Hereford game or see an FA Cup third round draw. Know that that's going to be the match you get in tomorrow's episode, but it looks like we're not going to find out who we're playing in that match because the draw isn't going to happen. The FA Cup is a bit messed up this season. It's got to be said. In fact, oh no, here we go. The FA Cup third round. This is where we want a huge away tie against a Premier League side. The sort that is going to make all the difference to the finances of this football club. Newcastle away. This would be perfect. We'll have this one. Right, we'll just keep clicking until we see another one. I mean, that would be a lot of fun. A local derby. We'll take this. Next one that we like the look of. Oh, yes, please. We'll take Manchester United away. Wolves, I guess, would be okay. Arsenal, this is another big money one. No. Leicester would be fun. No. Oh, come on. We want another big club. A big club at home. Well, them at home. Us away from home. We're still in this hat. Are we ever going to get... Is there any big clubs left? Who have we not seen yet? We don't want Brackley. That'd be boring. Right, Manchester City away. This would be perfect. Oh, my goodness. We are going to be away from home against Manchester City in tomorrow's episode. Not only is it going to be a super fun day out, that is the kind of match that sets you up for a season or two at this level financially. Manchester City versus home is tomorrow's episode. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.